Probably by the looks of it.
Thank you.
All right, Joe, you good?
I'm good. I have lunch. Nice to have you with us, Sam.
Good, good. Do I need to talk a little loudly?
No, you sound beautiful. You hear it? Whoa. Turn it up on there. Oh, yes. Yep. I heard. I can hear you. Which camera don't you have? I'm going to turn off and turn on again.
Please welcome, led out by their captain Ben Taylor, UWA Tennessee.
Make up a very competitive back row. In the backs for Uni, Charles Newenhouse at 9 this afternoon, Rory O'Sullivan at 10, Byron Sharwood and Nathan Cash on the wings, Kurt Penny and that man Aidan Hygo in the centres, and Keanu Van Diemen at the back. Nick, it's going to be an interesting clash this afternoon. You want to run through the Joondalup boys for us?
Yeah, sure do. The big change-up we can see in that UWA side first. Connor Hughes gone down injured during the week, and so now we're seeing Rory O'Sullivan, his first start at 10 this afternoon. We'll see if he can do okay there. As we wait on Joondalup to come out, we'll run through them now. We've got up front, Victor Harris, Ford Hemi, JP Mossett. In the locks, Della Vadova and Matt Holland. On the flanks, Mikhailiki and Rabaro, Ryan King and Pat Tuolali at the back. Brendan Voster and Sheldon Tuira, your halves. In the centres, Glenn Patau, Justin Zeitzman. At the back, Clay Ewan with the wings, Jordan Zeitzman and Poparapu Takai.
Should be an interesting clash this afternoon. It's 6th versus 7th on our Fortescue Premier Grade table. Both teams with 6 wins and 4 losses. Joondalup's coming off consecutive losses in the competition. They've hit a big speed hump and dropped down to 6th position. UWA must-win game for them. They're on 25 points at the moment. They've got a couple of games left against Kalamunda and Curtin, and Joondalup's got 2 games left against Cottesloe and the Cavaliers. So really important game for both these teams this afternoon, and other clashes around will dictate how it all finishes up in that top fork in the coming weeks.
Yeah, exactly. As we see Joondalup come onto the field now, certainly is up to Wanneroo from here on in if they want to try and make the top 4. They're going to need a bonus point win every single week from here on out. Both these sides, if they want to crack top 4, they might need a bonus point win here this afternoon as well.
Yeah, really important for Joondalup Brothers this afternoon, the return of Clay Ewan at 15. He adds a lot of dynamic attack to their back line. He's very exciting, loves to counter-attack. Brendan Vorster, he'll be his usual live wire self for at 9. There's a very strong breeze this afternoon. It's going to favour UWA in the first half. Beautiful sunny conditions. There's a reasonable crowd in. Joondalup have had a good day out. Some big wins for their lower grades this afternoon. So this is going to be a great game of rugby to watch.
Your referee out in the middle this afternoon, Jordan Kaminsky, great run. Young ref here for WA. Starting to really show his true colours through reffing this afternoon. Hopefully he has a great performance as we get underway. Joondalup kicking off to the right. Some tall timber underneath this ball, UWA. Just setting out to the right, Bromley. Making a few good meters. They're going to go short side again. Up to the 10-metre line. This is a good pace of play to start the afternoon, UWA. Ball's in. Cockman has to fill in at half to Bromley again. Getting turned up in the tackle there, brought down safely though. Joondalup look ready on the defence right now. O'Sullivan. Good crash ball from him. They just want a bit of ball in hand phase early work here. Ball out the back. Scrappy stuff. Finding O'Sullivan in at 10 today, as we said before. Gets round a couple, makes a half a line break, getting it out wide now to Sharwood. Stepping inside 1-2. Brought down now. He's made 15 metres on that gain. Great first up run there, Rory O'Sullivan. Straight up through the middle. Carlsell. Disruption at the ruck here. Ball available. Out to Bromley. Cracks round one. Almost obstruction it is. Bit unlucky there, Mitch, first up.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the support players either side of Jack Bromley that time, just making contact with Joondalup defenders, but it was a good initial break from Rory O'Sullivan to get this team out of trouble. A sloppy possession from the breakdown, and Ryan Sharwood had an opportunity to really pin his ears, but failed to do so. Sort of cut back inside and sort of killed the play. So it's going to be tough for Joondalup to spend any sort of time down in the UWA half. They're going to have to keep the ball in hand as much as they can. No easy task for the hookers this afternoon with this wind as well.
Yeah, you would think with this win this afternoon, it's probably about a 40-50% territory gain win behind your back. So the King game's going to be key. You can really pin a side down as we hit up centre field. Joondalup looking nice here. Harris making a run for himself. Short side again. Tawira, double cutout pass, just not quite getting to Takali's hand as they come into touch right in front of us here.
Yeah, it was a bit of a poor pass. It just fell on him and that breeze just held it up, so knocked the ball on there. Takaki. Sharwood had little opportunity to pick it up and go, but get the wheels going. So first scrum of the afternoon right in front of the commentary tent here.
We're going to get a great look at this one.
Charles Newenhouse, the big number 9, can play football, this fella. He's got very good skills, good kicking game as well.
Good first hit in the scrum. That's a great platform. It's low. They're struggling to hold the pressure. Joondalup go early. Free kick. They're going to tap and go. Taylor. Good gain there. Get his hands free to O'Sullivan. Well over the gain line now. They're 38 out from the line. So Sharwood through Cockman to O'Sullivan. Running on there was Higo, but he lost some forward. Geez, they're looking dynamic and quick early.
Yeah, and I like the way the back row is combining at the moment for UWA with Taylor and O'Sullivan. They're combining nicely, and Al Cockman getting into that first receiver role. I really like to see him step out this afternoon and play that extra ball playing and ball carrying role. And then that time Aiden Higo just over tracking a little bit. It was a hard line. It was a hard pass from O'Sullivan. Just ching-ching the ball straight to the Joondalup defenders.
So Joondalup now with the second scrum of the afternoon.
I'm expecting both teams to throw the ball around. UWA got to be careful. They don't kick too much possession away. But they've got to play at a decent enough pace. We saw Joondalup struggle the other week.
At the back with Voster. Coming across to Tawira. Tawira back door for Zeitzman. No, it's Clay Ewan. Big return for him this afternoon. Stepping inside, didn't want to run out of width on the wing there. Centre field hit up, Matt Holland. So Tawira, he's got plenty of options out to his left. Found Hemi, who went backdoor once again. Penalty advantage coming for offside as well. Great run by Zeitzman. UWA look ready here. They need to get up. Penalty advantage against them. Watuera goes to Ewan. Ewan double cutout pass. King gets in hands. Passes inside one. Takaki to ground now, just short of halfway. They've gone backwards in that play. Out nicely again, Hemi. Lost forward. Penalty coming offside.
Yeah, I thought Joondalup had the numbers there on this right-hand side, and that long cutout pass from Clay Ewan sort of nullified those numbers, and UWA defended well there. Kurt Penny was able to drift and cover those extra numbers. So Joondalup just got to keep the ball in hand and maybe just go through the hands and just keep it nice and simple. Those long balls are going to be difficult in this breeze as Sheldon Tarawa, it's a nice kick over on the clubhouse side there to take Joondalup just outside the UWA 22 for a line out. First line out was very good. Mikali Rabaro, he's had a couple of good carries and he's very good in the air, Rabaro.
So Joondalup over the top, recovered well by Moser. Bromley with a great tackle. The backs are set deep here. Tawera, inside ball. Up on the 22 now. This is their first real entry. Hemi standing at one to Tawera. Just managing to beat 1 on 2, then gets the ball back inside to Hemi, staying connected to the play. Has that one gone backwards? No, forwards will come back the penalty. Long way back this penalty.
We'll just get a signal from the referee, hopefully. So high tackle.
High tackle is the call, so it came from the sideline, that one.
Yep. I'd like to see Fort Hemi maybe just advance the ball a little bit before dishing it off too. He needs to be able to bring in a few defenders. Tualihi, fantastic carry from him. He's in the 16 jersey out there this afternoon, the number 8. So good to see him getting involved early and getting some yards for the Joondalup brothers. Something that he really failed to do the other week against Wanneroo is get that front foot ball. And Sheldon Tarawa had to do it all himself last week, 2 weeks ago when they went down to the Roo Dogs. So very positive rugby so far from the brothers this afternoon, and a sloppy line out.
Recovered at the back by King. Brought down by O'Sullivan. Ready out through Voster. Tawera. Cut out ball to Zeitzman. UWA slowing this one down. Need to release now though. Tawera didn't want it, but he has to get it anyway. Has a lazy inside ball off to his forwards. They weren't expecting it. They didn't want it. They had 5 on 2 on the left, Mitch, and they just didn't get it across.
Yeah, they had the front rowers on the left-hand side with Ryan King. I would have loved to see Tarawa just go sweep back to the left and expose that short side. So just a little bit disorganised off face play. UWA off the hook, but I'd say early signs. Joondalup brothers looking to really send home the advantage of keeping ball in hand, use their ball players nice and early. They've got some good strong carries. The 12, Glenn Potoy, I'd like to see him get his hands on the ball and maybe have a carry early in the piece, but the Zeitzman's looking good so far. So positive signs early for the brothers.
Referee Jordan just wants to have a chat on this side.
So UWA without experienced hooker Harry Scoble this week. They've got Tim Wallace out, Nick Wallman also out, Michael Beattie, Connor Hughes injured.
So a stretch side for UWA, but they're still a good-looking outfit.
Victor Harris, the loose head prop for Joondalup brothers, is one to watch as well. Very strong carry of the football and very good scrummager.
Newenhouse gets this one in. Better shove this time, UWA holding their own. O'Sullivan opts for the boot. It's a decent kick. It's going to go back.
So, referee saying
inside.
Inside?
No, we're inside.
Okay.
We're inside, boys.
All right, so that's found touched just over halfway.
Inside.
So not a bad nudge for Rory O'Sullivan there. He's
good kick with the breeze. Yeah.
A few weeks ago, he didn't have the greatest game with the boot, did he, Nick?
And we told him about it
there at McGillivray. So hopefully he's been doing a bit of practice.
No, I often take him down to the park after the game. I said, we can have a little kick next week if you want. He turned me down, but he's clearly rectified it in his own time.
Into the forward pass to Potoy there.
Harris. Great leg drive. Foster looks left. Tawera. Goes himself inside ball to Ewan. He's really going to get a couple big line breaks today. Not quite yet, though. Tawera Goosey giving it out, just misses Zeitzman.
Oh, a little bit too cute there from Sheldon Tarawa. Nice to see Clay hunting in that inside ball there around the fringes of the ruck to try and catch the UWA pillars and posts napping. And again, Joondalup just a little bit untidy when they get to that third phase. This time UWA good on the line out, Bromley off the top.
O'Sullivan now centre field. Oh, gets really hit hard, but he still manages to go forward through that contest. Cockman driving over the top now as well. To Ewinghouse, feeds a short side. O'Sullivan gives, just couldn't get that last ball away to Brian Sharwood. They would have been away there, but it was a tight no-look pass.
Yeah, Byron Sharwood just overrunning there, and the fullback Keanu Verdeman just not getting his timing right for the quick hands. Good little short side move.
Forward heavy, just getting the call for the line out now. It's going to be 5-man Joondalup. Up at 1. Couple have been going left, right and centre at the top of these line-outs at the moment. Tackle made. No ball called, turnover ball. Didn't hear the call from the referee, but they might have heard it out there.
Oh, it's definitely a maul there. There's definitely at least two players from either team in that. Luke Oosterhausen had his hands on the ball and was able to wrap it up. Again, the line-outs this afternoon, very competitive in the air. Both teams be able to get their jumpers up and defend well, spoil each other's possession.
Maybe they've both got a little bit of intel on each other's calls during the week.
Well, certainly Tim Carslaw, he's an experienced campaigner. He's played a lot of first-grade rugby. He's made a bit of a comeback this year.
Ewinghouse looking casual as ever on the side of this scrum. Joondalup, chance to hook this one back. It's going every which direction. Penalty coming. They've gone straight through and made a mess of that. Wasn't really a great shove there by Joondalup. More UWA, no hook, panicked, got the foot up to the side and got pushed straight through.
Yeah, as soon as the hooker tried to get his foot up to hook that one back, they put the pressure on there. So good scrum from the Joondalup brothers. Tarawa with the left foot.
Does the job well. Can't expect too many metres into the breeze here. That's not a bad nudge.
So again, a 5-man line out for Joondalup brothers. About the third or fourth in a row now. They're making sure that they've got their big ball runners out in the midfield. Rabara off the top.
Feeding to Wera. Fakes inside once, then goes inside now to Kaki. Going to find his way 15 short of the line. Foster, Tawera, goes for the cutout pass again. Ewan with a bit of time to do a bit of magic work. Beats the first tackle, gets his mate 6 metres out from the line. Need quick ball here, they're starting to slow it down. Foster feeds one of his forward pods. Need to be quicker getting this ball out if they're going to keep attacking. Tawera out now for Mossette. They want it on the short side. UWA want to counter ruck here, but there's nothing coming. Ewan's filling in at halfback. So it's Tawera. Cut out ball again. Nothing coming from that.
Oh, it's again that third, fourth phase curse that they've had Joondalup brothers just throwing poor passes when they're starting to build a little bit of pressure. As Victor Harris is just down at the moment. Looks like he's done an ankle or a knee. Just a little bit untidy.
So it's all tied up in your first, probably 15 minutes, no, probably 12 minutes there of your Fortescue first grade clash of the week down here, HBS Sporting Complex, Mitch.
Yeah, really like that line that Tukaki ran a moment ago off Tarawa, like that inside ball. It was tidied up nicely from the UWA cover defence, but geez, it was ominous. And this just that line speed of UWA as well this afternoon. If you're the coach of the Joondalup brothers, you'd be having a look at that and maybe looking at balls out the back to really get Clay Ewan in that outside channel. And he nearly snuck through there a moment ago, but just got to be careful, UWA, that line speed isn't their undoing as well and creates that big outside channel for Clay to be able to run into. So it's important that the wingers stay connected to the 13 out there.
Yeah, I certainly think if Joondalup have got the fitness here, they've got the pace to take this game the full 80, and they can start running circles around a couple of these lazy defenders later in the second half. But they're going to take a few crash balls early here. They need to have big support for Tawera. They don't want him doing too much too early. If you keep him fresh, he'll make good decisions for you later.
That's it. That's where his centre partners have got his centre pairing of Zeitzman and Potoy need to really step up and be an option for him off that phase and just settle things down. They don't need to throw it wide all the time. You know, that ball from Potoy a moment ago, he could have just carried that footy, set up the next phase, and now be able to sustain that pressure on UWA rather than try and just throw it to the wingers. So again, it's just that decision making that's letting them down, and they're just lacking a little bit of confidence to build that pressure at the moment. And it's probably from the back of coming off 4 consecutive losses against very good opposition, mind you. It's not as if they've lost to the bottom teams. They've lost to all the teams above them in the last few weeks. They've had a tough draw.
Exactly, yeah. But it's fun to see, not if you're actually playing for Joondalup, but if you go 6-0 at the start of the year and now 6-4, 4 on the trot. It's fun to see a team like that. What are they going to do under pressure like this? So we'll get ready back for the line out now. Time's back on. Bromley wins it. They feed it quickly to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan going deep. Kicking from Van Diemen. Finds its way into touch nicely.
Nice little play at the back. Second kicking option for UWA this afternoon. That wind's really pushing heavily into that far corner. Don't want to give Clay Ewan too much space at the back as well for counter-attack. He will have a run. Coming off a bit of a broken nose from a few weeks back.
Get ready for the line out. Messy one again. O'Sullivan recovers from a makeshift 9 position. Our Cockman finding the big number 8, Taylor. Still driving Taylor.
Oh, Joondalup slow to roll there.
Yeah, Newinghouse manages to get it out eventually though. Just fighting to get over the top of their own ball. Newinghouse finally again for Petrus. Petrus tries to get his hands free, decides to hold on to it himself, go to ground, and no, it's been stripped in the tackle. Joondalup turnover, they need to get back now.
Rabaro, good little pick and go from him.
Numbers on the left, if they can go quickly. Tawera doesn't need the cutout pass, just needs to use it, goes himself instead. Wrapped up, short side again, they want to really attack it early here. A little bit of space now. Zeitzman stepping in one. Stripped into touch. So a little bit anticlimactic there. Thought he was going to get his legs absolutely free there and go almost up to the 22 before he was caught, Mitch.
Yeah, Zeitzman nearly breaking into stride there. Nearly got a bit of clear space, but shut down quickly from UWA. And that time, Lawrence Petrus for UWA turning the ball over. It was a good piece of work from the brothers, and another good line-out win for them off the top.
Slapping it down. Ewan, chance for him again. Beats the first. Shrugging off O'Sullivan. Took him a little bit to get up as well. That's hurt his shoulder. Foster, Tawera, over the top for Takaki. Takaki should have caught it. He looked for the boot, Mitch, and he should have caught it.
Yeah. It just held up beautifully in the breeze there, didn't it? That little chip over the top. Takaki, I don't know what he was looking at there, and Sharwood certainly wasn't looking at the ball either. He had his head down trying to cover it.
Exactly, and I get the idea of grubbering it around the corner. It'll look pretty good, give him that.
Yeah,
but the option was there to take the hit.
Yeah, try and secure possession first. So UWA with a 5-man line out this time. There's Victor Harris, leaves the field. He's just come back from injury, so looks like he's potentially re-injured the hamstring that had kept him out the last few weeks. Off the top from Carslaw.
O'Sullivan, midfield now. Good carry by Ben Taylor, but it's called slow ball. O'Sullivan opts for the boot this time. Ewan in a perfect position, didn't have to move there. And now what's he going to do? He chooses to put the accelerator down, go on the outside, beating one, getting the inside flick off, I believe, to Patai. No, he's just running into the ruck now. King's going to have a dive at the ruck himself. Now Voster's got it for his forward runners through Hemi. Hemi getting forward. Need quick recycle. It's available this time. They can get it wide. But the forwards try to go straight up the middle of the field once again. Need to release. Penalty. No clear release.
So Tane Yates on the field for Victor Harris for the Joondalup brothers. And we haven't had too many penalties so far this Afternoon, there's a couple of penalties against UWA early, but
A good compliance.
certainly Jordan Kaminsky controlling things pretty well at the moment. Not trying to blow the pee out of it. You can hear him out there. He's talking to the players, trying to manage the game. And that was a lovely kick from Tarawa there. Take the play inside the UWA half. Like to see Joondalup try and drive this one up. I'd love to see it driving more. They've still got
Some big boys out on the pitch.
big boys out there, and I reckon that a driving maul here would be a really good option for them.
Hemi sets for the throw. They go to one, but it gets disrupted. Voster has to scoot. Gets wrapped up high. That's going to be dangerous. Big Ben Taylor could be in trouble there. Not sure if he'll go to the bin, but he's going to be in trouble nonetheless. Get a little talking to as the kick goes through from Sidesman. Penalty.
No advantage. Seat back tackle.
Yeah, nothing in there. Just around the top of the jersey, around the collarbone area there from Ben Taylor on the Brendan Vorster. Bit of a size difference between the two. So they should just go to the corner again here. Joondalup, I'd be surprised if they take the points, but they are. They have called for the kicking tee.
Gee, even today with the wind, I would go to the corner. It's not a guaranteed 3 with the wind today.
You want to spend as much time as you possibly can down in this end of the field. Soak up that clock. Have the wind at your backs in the second half. So if he does get this 3, it'd be handy, but they'll have to then fight their way out of their own half off from the kickoff. So Tarawa, he's good with the boot. Just left of centre.
Steadies now. Good off the boot, coming across the face, and it's over the top. So 3-0 Joondalup in your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week down here, HBF Sporting Complex.
Well, it's nearly taken us 20 minutes to get some points on the board this afternoon, so it's going to be an arm wrestle. Joondalup brothers probably got the ascendancy at the moment. They're probably playing the better footy. UWA haven't been able to get into any real rhythm at the moment. They've been trying to play down the other end of the field. The lineouts for both teams have been a bit untidy. Newhouse will get us going again. I'd have to put a bet on that he'll go long, but he doesn't.
It's going to get pushed a little bit further than he wants, though. No one's under it to meet it. Did it get a Joondalup hand on the way through?
It might have touched the finger there. We'll see what the assistant referee calls. No, he's called it.
Eki on the sideline there. He said no hand involved.
All right, fair enough. So can UWA put some pressure on the brothers here? They'll have to keep ball in hand, the brothers, to bring this ball out of their own half. As again, Rabaro, another good win from him, the line out.
The fullbacks are very deep here for UWA. There's actually a lot of space for a chip over the top. Wind against their face. They can't be 60 metres back here as they go short side.
Oh, numbers.
No, the boot's not the option there, big boy.
You hate that time. Just needed to pop it on to the man outside who was unmarked.
As Voster now regathers, and that's backwards through the hands. That's lucky.
I don't know what these UWA back 3 are thinking, but the winger and the fullback are about 60 metres downfield.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're thinking there as to where it now takes them on. This is going to drop perfectly in the hole. Having to run on really hard there, Van Diemen. Getting brought down on the 40. So luckily he got to the ball, held up just enough.
Yeah, not rolling that time. It was JP Mostert, the culprit. Got locked in there. Yeah, very unusual positional play from the UWA players then. Really, really deep. And King Arm of Van Diemen had to really hightail it to catch that high ball then.
That's it, with a little bit of heads-up play from Tarura there. Just a little nudge instead of a full up and under. A little nudge would have been perfect.
Sat up, it would have sat up, especially on this hard deck up here. It's a really good surface. Very hard. Ball does tend to set up a bit when it's kicked through.
Line out just inside the 22 here, probably 15 out from the line.
Yeah, that's good. So UWA, Connor O'Sullivan in his usual position out here between 10 and 12. Look for him.
The O'Sullivan brothers having the 10 and 12 option right there on the field now.
Oh, it's a poor throw from Darcy Wilson.
Turnover's gone. King's got it in the 22. Steps inside. That's a nice centering run by King. They do have numbers out. Oh, really well done.
Yeah, so opportunity for UWA to put 3 points of their own on. Charles Neuenhouse no doubt will step up for that duty. Lovely penalty from Connor O'Sullivan there. He got in nice and low on that ball and survived the clean out and was able to get the ball up to get the penalty.
It's a good bit of defensive pressure, and I'll let Joondalup exit again.
Yeah, we
Gets one back for his team. It was a dreadful throw from Darcy Wilson at the line out there. Found the Joondalup player very easily.
And Connor O'Sullivan has been called over. He said the penalty's not enough. Now you're going to have to come hold the ball, says Newman at Newinghouse. It's a windy afternoon here. So to make everything all level, 22 minutes into your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. It's Charles Newinghouse.
Oh, he's pushed that right. That's a shocker.
That's a terrible kick.
I've talked him up this afternoon. He's usually pretty reliable. So 3 points go begging for UWA.
Is interesting in your first cap of the year to walk straight in on the kicking duties full time.
I know, he's been a regular kicker for UWA throughout the season. The first game where they came back from being 30 points down against West,
all on the boot.
West Scarborough, 7 from 7 that day. So previous clubs that he's played for, Cottesloe, he was a kicker there. He had a wonderful season at Cottesloe a couple of years back. Coastal Cavaliers last year.
Fair enough then, just pushing one.
Yeah, just had a bit of a brain fade. So Tawera
trying to hold this one up in the wind, darts it low and it just drops 48 out from the Joondalup line as O'Sullivan's now all the way across the back with Penny, and it's a diamond. No clear release.
Yeah, a bit too early on the ball there, Zeitsman. He had the right idea, just needed to have that little bit of daylight between when he needed to go in on the tackle there. Interesting play from Kurt Penny there. Didn't really commit any defenders and just waited for Van Diemen to hit that hole. Really, centres have really got to straighten that play up.
So Joondalup have got to be wary here. They got away with the 3 points missing. And now they're back inside their own 22 with a lot of pressure once again with the breeze. It's definitely a points favour.
Yeah, they'll go to the 7-man line out, leave Connor O'Sullivan out wide again. Darcy Wilson, he's got to get this one right.
Expect Bromley up at 2 here. He'll shuffle in just a tick and he'll go up at 2. No, they go long. That's a risk after a bad throw, but they're going to set up the ball.
Use it! Yep, fine, use it.
Bromley, short side, beating 1, 2, 3, and he all has to do is fall over the line. No, he's just short.
Right. Let it come, no hands.
Newinghouse needs to find the ball. Forward runner takes it just in front of him. Ball there at the back now. Is he going to hit the forwards or will he go deep? Hits the forwards. O'Sullivan driving, getting held up, needs to find the ground.
Release White.
Penalty advantage, no release. Going to have to be careful here,
absolutely.
Joondalup.
Yeah. Referee Jordan Kaminsky very clear with the release call there from the Joondalup players. And Bromley got so close there, a couple of hit and spins. It was good defence from the Joondalup brothers, non-committing to that driving maul that was set up from the back of the lineup from UWA, which forced UWA have to break out and try and go it alone. But
scrum the call as well.
Yeah, that's not a bad call. Gives them a good platform to play off. I still think you got to take when you got the breeze at the back, you got to take the points when it's on offer.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen it, but there's a big short side here. A lot of work for Takaki to cover this whole 15-metre channel.
Yeah, but I'll be looking for Taylor to probably take this one from the back and head towards the post, make Tawera tackle, and then go the same way around the corner or hit back the short side. Scrums have been a little bit unsteady early on in the piece, so it's a big gamble here from UWA to take the scrum. Obviously not that confident with the line out as well. After 2 missed opportunities.
Big chance now if UWA can just set a big platform for themselves. This one doesn't have to be a pushover.
Fine. Sit.
It's a big hit. Up on the left side, need to make sure they get this one out before it goes around the 90. They're in danger here. Just picked up at the back. Supports over the top. Short side. O'Sullivan, he'll crack inside. Gets his pop off. Just short. Newinghouse digging. Petrus. Got to be close there.
So close.
Wilson. Met really well. So now the slow ball comes, but they were ready for the backs. Noticing it, Newdenhouse short of the line. Now a forward pod's got to figure themselves out here.
Gone again, someone's at the back there's gone again, and he's awarded the try. I think it might be Petrus. The boy from Malaysia, Lawrence Petrus, has got that one. He's only had to go about 20 centimetres, but he was able to do pick and go, low centre of gravity, get the ball over the try line for the first 5-quarter of this afternoon, so that the scrum call's paid off for UWA. A bit unlucky not to get a reset call from referee then. When it went just about 90 degrees, Ben Taylor had to go.
Certainly wasn't the prettiest way to score a try.
The big man will take it though.
Yeah.
The big man will take it, and then Malaysian Rugby will be happy because they've been following his progress in the Fortescue Premier Grade right across the season. Malaysian Rugby, he's got a lot of fan base back there. So Neuenhouse gets another crack at the kicking duties. Got the breeze right at his back for this one.
No one's off the tee. O'Sullivan nowhere to be seen.
Oh, everyone's having a drink up this end. I hope it doesn't take too long.
Go straight in with it, no mucking around, bending around. That's a really nice kick.
Yeah, 7 points to 3 in our Fortescue Premier Grade match of the day. It's 6th position, taking on 7th. We're at HBF Park, home of the Joondalup brothers.
Really impressed with the communication from Kaminsky this afternoon so far. Doesn't want a penalty party. Just been coaching out for penalties, and when they don't comply with the instruction, then he goes. Showing us some good, fast-flowing rugby. Both teams definitely want to be playing this way as well. Was Tawera. Kick and hold.
Carl's a good take, good carry as well. The old man doing pretty well.
Short side, Bromley. Just a bit slow to the breakdown here. Neuenhouse maybe slowing down already. Goes to the pocket. O'Sullivan has to catch it on the back foot. Nice centering kick. It's not going to be out. Ewan with a good take at the back. Gets the motor running a bit, but then holds himself up. Brought down by O'Sullivan. No one really organised at the back here. Slow ball still. Foster finding Tawera, standing still. Doesn't have any options. Gives a lazy pass inside just because he doesn't want to get tackled himself in that situation. Bromley doing an absolute mission to try and rip the ball, but couldn't come away with it. As we go short side, Hemi goes deep to Tawera. Tawera finding a fullback.
Oh, there's a crossover there, yep.
Bit of obstruction.
Oh, it's consistent. He got UWA for that early in the piece, so he's been consistent. Jordan Kaminsky. And again, just Joondalup, just not having those face play options. Sheldon Tawera looking for runners left and right, and just no one offering themselves up. And that was the problem a couple of weeks back against the Roo Dogs, just that lack of players around him stepping up and giving him options. And that's, again, comes down to having a couple of good centres to be able to make themselves available. As this time, that kick, oh, Joondalup Brothers players claiming that it didn't go out until after the try line. But the assistant referee on that side ruling that it was okay. So a bit of controversy over there on the left. So Darcy Wilson, another opportunity to get the ball in. Driving more potential.
Yeah, next time Joondalup are on attack as well, I want to start having a look at the 12. Glenn Patoy for Joondalup. Where is he when Tawera is lining up every single time?
Oh, he's got it wrong again, Darcy Wilson. He's costing his team dearly with his throws. It was unopposed as well, that close to your line. You're not even, your jumper's not even going to be contested against.
You just got to get it
right.
Sheldon.
So another missed opportunity for UWA.
Don't think there's any major hooker replacement on the bench as well. They're going to have to stick with him.
Yep. Maybe one of the O'Sullivan boys could throw in.
Sure they can.
Connor O'Sullivan's not bad at throwing the ball in, I reckon. He'd be okay if they have to.
Defensive scrum Joondalup, 5 out from their line, 15 in.
Set.
Ewan just circling to the back left side now. Good shove by UWA. Half Foster picks. Away. Forster got to beat O'Sullivan, does so now. Getting wrapped up. Supports over the top through Ewan. Plenty of support, maybe too much commitment. Ryan King steps back into his halfback days. There's Patoy doing a run for himself this time. Nice clean out. Forster, Hemi Tawera. Double cutout pass. Takaki, got to beat one. That one might be forward, I think, but no, we're going to play on. Just over the halfway And now, tackle made, Van Diemen must release. Good coaching there from the referee once again. Didn't think he wanted it.
Forward pass again.
Yeah, not quite sure where that one was going, but Holland manages to get it. Tawira, chip over the top, no one there. Needs a good bounce though. Goes forward, not backwards. Both try and meet up, get over the top. Sharwood wins the contest though. Ewinghouse tries the box, doesn't quite get the purchase on it. King's ready for this one, and he'll go straight back up the middle. He's going to run into a bit of a brick wall through our Cockman.
And into touch. Yeah, that box kick from Charles Ewinghouse needed to be deeper. It wasn't a bad option. I got no idea why Nathan Cash thinks that he needs to play 30-40 metres behind the defensive line when Joondalup are running into a stiff breeze. He's so far out of position, it's not funny.
Time off. So by my watch, we're 32 minutes in to the first half of this Fortescue Premier Grade match of the round.
Tim Carswell just getting a little bit of attention, the old man. He's had a little bit of work to do so far this afternoon. He's had a couple of good carries. Been a good combatant at the line out. And there was a good little dart from Brennan Vorster a moment ago too. It just showed a little bit of pace from him, getting away from Charles Neuenhouse. He's opposite today. So Darcy Wilson, he needs to get his throws right.
Yeah, he just doesn't have much power behind the ball there. It gets picked up straight away as Ewinghouse was at 10 to O'Sullivan. Goes deep to his brother O'Sullivan to Van Diemen. Van Diemen brought down. It was a strong tackle. O'Sullivan wants to shoot short, decides against it. Counter-ruck's coming from King. He's trying to make an absolute ruckus there. Ewinghouse. Short pop to Oosterhuizen. Box again. Not a pretty one, but it's going to bounce. It's going to find touch. It'll be territory nonetheless. They'll go quickly though. Ewan ready across the back. Getting chased down. Ben Taylor trying to cover the distance, but Clay Ewan gets away. Cockman has a try. Doesn't get there either. Getting out of another. That's a big run there. Oh, there's a big hit in there as well. Turnover. Chance now if they can get quick ball. Ewinghouse setting up centre field for Bromley. Bromley down.
Release wide. Weren't on the ball.
Back to the right. O'Sullivan finding
Petrus
Penny.
on the boil. Look at him.
Petrus the back after this. Ball's available. Runner through Wilson. No, Sullivan. Yes, now inside.
Oh, it's high.
Sharwood. Not seen.
No, ball still. Fine.
Good counter ruck from the brothers.
Yeah, they're causing a mess of this one. Ewinghouse on one knee. Is that playing the ball on the ground? I think it's meant to be.
Look at him go. The big man crashes it in.
That's a good run, Petrus. Ewinghouse. Check inside one. No. Joondalup not happy to not commit at the moment. O'Sullivan dishing across. Penny cops it in the head. Lost forward, hands on feet, then head. Really nice work to go again there. Ribaro. Tawira. Wobbly kick. Bounces up. Have to do a little bit of work there. Cash gets wrapped up. There's a big counter ruck coming. Lost now. O'Sullivan needs an option. Needs an option now. Got to use this one. O'Sullivan stuck at the back. No one running on. Wilson this time. O'Sullivan has to then recover the own ball straight over the top. UWA need to help their men out of the rucks here. Both O'Sullivans tied up in this one. Bromley stripped. Ribaro there, I think, came away with the ball.
Fine, ball's come out.
Ball backwards, fine. Wrapped up. Player down in front of us. We're just going to have a scrum.
Yeah, Darcy Wilson has gone down. Copped a bit of a knock when he carried a moment ago. That was a very poor carry too from Jack Bromley, just easily stripped of the football. And UWA are going to have to get themselves well organised off the phase play in this second half if they're going to retain this lead. And they're really going to have to work hard on that short passing game.
UWA as well themselves. They admit that they have a little bit of a lull in the second half. It sometimes comes at the start or in the middle. They know they lull. They can't allow that to happen early here with stuff like this. Even Rory O'Sullivan and Connor O'Sullivan, they were on the Let's Chat Rugby show yesterday, and they spoke in depth about it, how they know they dip in the second half and they need to wake up and play the full 80. Let's hope that's not going to be the trend here once again.
Yeah, I'd love to see them use a short passing game rather than just be combative and just carry into a set defensive line. They've got to do some short passes, maybe some switches, change the angle on things. Good scrum from the brothers then.
Yeah, in and out. Tawira Patoy goes himself. Beating 1 or 2, tries to jump over O'Sullivan, gets tapped on the ankle. Forster. Ribeiro.
No, release Green, off feet.
Yeah, he was straight off his feet. The counter-attacker there, Green, had to get released. Good call by the referee. Patoy injecting better in the second half. Hemi shrugging off Oosterhuizen. Just down the short side now. Joondalup on the 22. Showing and going once. Zeitzman.
Didn't survive.
What have they got in attack now? Now that they've built a couple phases, advantage offside. That's a lucky breakthrough, Voster. So penalty advantage offside. Do they have a little play they can run here? Maybe a kick to the corner. Patoy goes back door, Ewan. Ewan taking on all the locks in the middle of the field.
Still got penalty advantage, White.
Patoy filling in at 10 again. He's got King on the inside. Tries to just take on O'Sullivan. Tawira now. Moving backwards, back to Ewan. Ewan straightens, beats one. Yeah, referee decides this one's not going anywhere, boys. We'll come back for the penalty, Mitch.
Yeah, fair enough too. Yeah, that's the composure we were looking for in the first half from Joondalup brothers, just to be able to settle things down. I think we've called Patoy more times in the last 2 minutes than we did the whole first half, so he's getting himself involved in the game, so maybe he got a bit of a rocket at half time. They should take the points here, Joondalup. They'll need to build the scoreboard in this second half. Won't be any problems in getting down to the other end of town through the boot of Sheldon Tawira.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Points on offer.
Yep.
Closing the gap nicely with this if you can get it.
The UWA back row are going to have to really work hard this second half as well. You can see Ben Taylor getting in there and trying to get his hands on the ball a couple of times. He's just got to be careful that he's not off his feet and putting his elbows past or hands past the ball.
Big trigger point for referees these days, actually. As soon as you see a hand or an elbow touch that grass, as this one goes over the top, pushing Joondalup score to 6.
12 points to 6 on our Fortescue Premier Grade match of the day here. UWA currently with 2 tries, one to Lawrence Petrus, one to Connor O'Sullivan, and a conversion to Charles Neuenhouse, who's missed a couple of shots at goal, and that's the first half. Sheldon Tawira's second penalty goal for the afternoon.
And just like that, there's one converted in it. Neuenhouse, can he get this one to push through the breeze a little bit? Yeah, he gives it a fair hoof. And it's going to pull up 25 metres out. Forster tries, juggles, penalty offside.
Oh, silly stuff from the
Lucky
brothers.
break there from the brothers.
And, not handing over the ball there. Yep. So yes, Forster just coughing it up there. That kick from Neuenhouse holding up in the breeze.
And they can take the 3 straight back.
Oh no, I'd go to
they
the
opt
corner.
for the corner.
They need to spend some time down here. They need to be able to soak up some minutes, and then they need to capitalise on the possession. They need to put points on the board. If they're going to spend time down here, they've got to get those tries.
It's real interesting you see the way this UWA backline functions at the moment. As we're walking across to the line, you've got both O'Sullivan brothers standing at 10 together discussing plays. They're really big generals out there at the moment. So right now, Bromley needs to win it. Cockman gets it. Going straight across the back. Oosterhuizen with a nice charging run. Now the brothers call for it out to the left. It's O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan beats 2 straight to the middle and 3. Boy, is he strong in contact today. But 2 times today, O'Sullivan's beaten 3 straight through the middle, and he's scored another.
How good he is he, the little mini O'Sullivan? He's just so strong, isn't he? And he's just so hard to put down, and he just keeps going. He's so tenacious when he's hitting those defenders just to push through. And he never succumbs in contact. He always fights and gets rewarded for his second try of the afternoon. It was a good lead-up play too. Darcy Wilson got absolutely nailed as he gave the ball to Oosterhuizen, who was a wonderful line from him. It was really good clean-out too from the UWA back row. And then it was just O'Sullivan just being able to run at the shoulders and run at the spaces between the players to squeeze through and dot down for his team. So it's paid off for UWA going for the corner that time. Jack Bromley's been very good off the top when the throws have been good. And Neuenhouse, no trouble at all with this one. So extends the lead out 19 points to 6.
Yeah, that's a really good reply there from UWA. They're probably only a little bit unfortunate they didn't spend more time up there before getting the try, but they'll take it. It's amazing to see the trust through the forward pack as well there, where you see the likes of Bromley off the top. Down to Al Cockman, through to Wilson, Wilson to Oosterhuizen. Beautiful hands by the entire front five.
Darcy Wilson's come off the field. Shawnee Ashton goes on, so
Hit him hard, hit him hard, hit him hard.
it's going to be a bit of a reshuffle to the pack. We'll see where they all end up. Taylor, good carry from him.
O'Sullivan.
Again
Defenders are
through.
onside. Straight through the defense time. Foster's chasing. Ewan's lining him up at the back. Still beat them. Didn't even need to get the pass off. Lost forward now. Boy, O'Sullivan's looking good. Just picks a hole and commits to it. Lost forward advantage. Patoy with another big run this time though. Good to see him getting involved. Bromley wraps him. Bromley's got a roll. Yeah, Bromley just in the way there. Just really lazy. As we see Ribera. Centre field backed up really nicely. Coming short side, Ewan with a chance. Just didn't quite get the passes where he wanted it, but Zeitzman got it nonetheless. Got to get back over the top. Cockman with a big tackle, penalty advantage.
Yeah, what a great bust from Connor O'Sullivan there. Kurt Penny was coming up in support and coughed the ball up. Just really undoes all the good work from his teammate.
Got a big two from each team.
So UWA nearly back-to-back tries there. Thought Kurt Penny would have been away, but he couldn't handle the pass.
Tawera just letting the wind push that one the extra couple metres there inside the 22 once again.
So Sean Ashton, he's made a bit of a comeback this year as well. Previous UWA first grade skipper. Bit of time at Palmyra before that, but well regarded around the traps as a really quality back rower. So I'm not sure who's going to go to hooker. Connor O'Sullivan could probably play there. He can play anywhere.
Yeah, he can have a chuck. With the confidence riding this high as well.
Or probably Al Cockman maybe.
Yeah, he's an experienced head that could definitely throw the ball. Bromley almost steals this one at the top, but Delavadova did his work. King getting off the pop. Ewan secures. Has to be, no, not Ewan. Hemi loves to get the ball off 10. Bumps one off, bumps two off. Takes O'Sullivan to bring him down. God, he's everywhere at the moment. Foster, short side, Tawera, jigs out. Getting brought down nicely though. Slow ball, but they're set up for it. Hemi, straight through the middle. So a good run, 15 from the line still. Inside ball, Ewan. Ewan getting met straight away and getting brought down to ground. Foster short side again. Chance for Joondalup once more. Tawera, back flick pass. Zeitzman, no. Zeitzman short. It's a beautiful flick pass there. Tawera getting fancy as he likes to do. Stepping inside there, Mossert. Short side again. Tawera wants to go himself. Tawera versus O'Sullivan into touch.
Yeah, good defence there from UWA. It was good play from Joondalup though. I'm not sure about going to the one-man short side at the end. They had some good numbers out in the midfield there to establish some phase play in front of the sticks. Keanu Van Diemen just getting a bit of attention for a bit of a knock that he had. So UWA hanging on there, defending their line desperately.
Yes, it was better there from Joondalup, as you said. They're having those phase plays. They're looking organised and calm, but you've got to know when to spin. After 5 or 6 phases on that short side, you've already done a flick pass move. You've already done the fancy stuff. Maybe now it's time to feed out to the back, see what you can do with space.
Yeah, Delavadova from Joondalup Brothers coming off. Try and get you a name of the replacement.
Okay. Hang on, we're still waiting on.
So 19 points to 6. Joondalup Brothers on the attack at the moment. Line out, 5 metres out.
Full line. Ribara looks like he's going to receive this.
No, it's UWA's throw.
Oh, my apologies.
He does look like he's going to get it though.
Yeah, he's looking ever ready. Bromley misses it, not straight.
Oh, here we go. That was Al Cockman that time, so he's taken over throwing duties that we thought he might do. And just a little bit wayward on his first throw of the day.
Not what you need, 5 metres out from your own line.
So Cockman will pack down at hooker in the scrum. That's going to weaken the UWA scrum somewhat, even though he's a good solid lad. He wouldn't have packed too many scrums over the last couple of seasons.
No,
he's a quality
not at
back
all.
rower. Tane Yates is coming off as well, so a couple of substitutions for the Joondalup team. Cohen White on in jersey number 17.
Fine. Sit.
hit for now. Joondalup just want this one straight out the back. Foster to Weira. To Weira goes himself. It was a good looking run there for Zeitzman, but he chose not the option. Now here's the other Zeitzman.
UWA centre pairing making some good tackles there through Penny and Hygo.
Joondalup looking flat, but they're running through to Weira. Almost got through himself, but it's been turned over. Kurt Penny. Straight over the top. Chance got to blow him off the ball here. Ball's available. Petrus. Great pass from 9.
Numbers.
O'Sullivan beats 1, beats 2 as he does most of the time. Only the fullback Ewan a beat, gets wrapped up. Great tackle Ewan. O'Sullivan brought down, 45 out from his own line. Penalty coming, Joondalup.
Byron Sharwood, he's the winger there, and he didn't even go in to clean out. He just looked at Connor O'Sullivan, gave him no support whatsoever. Connor O'Sullivan was trying to link up with him. He didn't have the pace to keep up with O'Sullivan there, Sharwood either. And then when the tackle occurred, he ran up to the ruck and just watched it.
And on an afternoon like this, I don't want to be telling Connor O'Sullivan, once you make a line break, slow up and wait for us to catch up. It's not one of those days.
That's 2 clean line breaks he's made, and the UWA support has just been non-existent. And you can see Alex Steiker, the UWA first grade coach, down underneath the post there, giving him an absolute serve.
So 23 metres out, Joondalup line out. Full set again. Options in the middle, everyone's up, everyone's out, not straight.
Joondalup's turn now. Cricket throw in this breeze. It's really tough for hookers in this stiff breeze this afternoon. And Ford Hemi, he's not immune to it. So UWA threatened to really skip away from this game with a couple of good clean breaks. Joondalup brothers, they've looked good in patches, but unable to execute that and build that sustained pressure at the moment. Certainly not out of it. It's only 19 points to 6, 1 try from the brothers, and they're back into it.
Yeah, we're only 12 minutes into the second half.
Clay Ewan's been impressive at the back. He had to make a couple of good touches of the ball, gets himself involved in the game.
I still think the best is yet to come from him as well. If he gets the right opportunity, as a penalty comes, spinning straight through, standing up, Joondalup. Yeah, if Clay Ewan gets the right opportunity, I'm sure he could turn on a little bit of a fireworks and show us what he's really got soon.
So UWA scrum getting the penalty there against the Joondalup prop for going down and up. Newman-House towards the clubhouse side. It's a bit of a hook. I think he would have liked to have got a couple more metres out of that one, but
just got caught in the wind a little bit early there.
Al Cochran gets another chance to practice his line-out throwing. A couple of big games this afternoon. Nedlands taking on Cottesloe. Associates taking on West. Bromley again.
Good off the top. O'Sullivan. Backdoor play now. Van Diemen out to the wings. Brought down on halfway. Clean out's good. Ben Taylor at the back. Inside ball, O'Sullivan. Newinghouse, short side. Van Diemen goes the kick, doesn't get anywhere. Newinghouse goes backdoor, straight back to Cash. Cash going across the face. O'Sullivan locked up, nowhere to go. Got to go to ground here, boys. You're going to get locked up. Newinghouse, probably his big first carry, and Raboho says not today. Running onto it, someone. Ben Taylor calling. O'Sullivan to Taylor. Taylor hits now. Straight through. Bromley. Now we're moving forward. This is better. Need a quick recycle. Numbers out left. If they can go, they're going to hit a hole. That's around the side, but it's not going to have effect on play. Maybe it does. O'Sullivan goes for it. It's going to be an advantage as well. Oh, it's a penalty as well.
Oh, you're kidding me, Jordan. You've made 2 absolute blunders there back to back.
Yeah, I think Matt Holland was absolutely killing that ruck.
Joondalup player all the way in from the side, and then obviously hands in the ruck to get the turnover, and then Connor O'Sullivan, legitimate chance for an intercept. He had nearly took it, and he's penalised him for tapping the ball down. So
run of the tide here for Joondalup just for a moment.
Cade Pearce warming up on the sideline here.
Big injection him.
Yeah, jersey number 20. He's going to make an interesting impact on this game. Young fella can play. He's a big unit.
roughly 15 out here.
So he'll go on for Glenn Potoy, I think.
Yeah, Potoy's making his way over now. It's a good sub.
Yeah, this is good play from the Joondalup brothers coach. Go to 2 at the front.
Need to get it set up. Maul is now ready. It's gone to ground. So it's a good turnover there from UWA, but I'm not sure if they collapsed that one legally. I'm pretty sure that was Joondalup wanting to keep that one up and UWA bringing that to 4. But they'll keep it in nonetheless, not playable.
Yeah, a bit hard to pick that up. They certainly didn't get the structure they would have liked from the bringing it down, so it probably played in UWA's favour and they were able to spoil it. So it's an interesting arm wrestle. Not much in this game at the moment. Joondalup just needs to stay in possession and build pressure. UWA need to capitalise on some of these breaks they're making.
Ewinghouse just waiting for that one to calm down.
Oh, it's a big scrum out. Cockman pops up.
Ball's available. O'Sullivan wants it in the pocket. Calling back his chaser in Sharwood. This one's still not going to be out. Ewan looking good. Ewan beating 1. Up to the 22. Picks goes again. Now he's got to play it back. That's a great run by Clay Ewan. Gets him right back onto the 22. Terrible pass. Lucky to get the offside call. Takaki just not sure what to do with himself there when he was trying to catch that ball. And Van Diemen and Takaki just having a little bit of word after Mitch.
Not sure what Aiden Hygo was meant to do wrong.
No.
He's been pinged for offside. Maybe Takaki said, oh, you're offside, mate, all day long. Stay onside, you spoilt my glory. I was in for all money.
And they've called the scrum.
Wow, scrum. Take the points, boys.
Welcome, Mitch. Thank you. You're learning.
19 points to 9. Get a bit of momentum. Get reward for your effort.
Get it back within that try. Get it back within the one opportunity.
Yeah.
Just got to chip away. There's still plenty of time left in this game. 23 minutes. The stack on the left. UWA haven't really responded to that. Now they bring the extra across.
Yeah, be mindful not to bring him too far across because there's a big short side then.
I think Cade Pearce might hit this one up on the left. No, he's out on the right. Pearce, he'll go himself. Beats the 1. Loses a boot, but he's still going to go through.
Oh, he made easy work of Kurt Penny, then just stepped straight through him and then was able to just hold the defenders off and just nice little slip pass to Takaki there who just dived over in the corner. So instantaneous, Cade Pearce goes on the field and makes an instant impact through some pretty poor defence from UWA out there on the left.
Yeah, I kind of got lost for words there. It was a little bit too simple for my liking.
Too easy, and that's as easy as it is. Just run straight and hard, be able to put nice passes away to your outside man.
And he did it with 1 boot. Lost that first boot in the first contact there.
Yeah, so UWA just letting themselves down a little bit, starting to run out of puff. They haven't got much depth on the best bench this afternoon. Their second grade went down 71 points to 0, so those boys had a tough time of it. Had a couple of early injuries and some of their more regular first grade starters are on the injury list as well. So Tawera, tough kick with this breeze from wide out.
He's going to have to put this about a set to the left.
Oh, he's kept it low and hard and nowhere near him, so
wasn't a bad effort.
Not bad. 19 points to 11. So that 8-point difference is enough for the moment for UWA, but certainly they need to spend some time down in the Joondalup half. They're going to have to tackle themselves to a standstill this afternoon as Charles Newhouse has left the field. So replacement halfback Robbie Mulcolton is going on.
This kick, a little bit messy at the back, but brought nicely by Holland. Pocket, Tawera, going to go centre field. O'Sullivan's back there. Support through Van Diemen. chooses to go himself, flirting with the touchline.
Oh,
Huge
massive
hit.
hit.
Absolutely crunched in the contest there. O'Sullivan's going to think twice next time. Jesus, not much that damages those boys' egos, but that one will do a little bit to ya. As now the other O'Sullivan's got it at the back. Gee, Joondalup, they might get their tails up soon. This is going to turn real quickly for them. Short side, here you go. Another big hit into touch, and now Joondalup, there's a chance for them to start perking up and working their way back into this game.
The Joondalup crowds come alive. It's the first time we've heard them cheer all afternoon. It was a massive hit from Takaki there. Rory O'Sullivan threw the dummy, but he didn't take it and ran straight into Takaki. Just nailed him, but Rory O'Sullivan's pretty resilient. So to jump back up and get back involved in the game. But it's livened things up this afternoon.
Got an option for the restart. It was 14 to touch. You can have a scrum on the 15. Okay. Sorry.
As the UWA players cramped up down here. Wouldn't have thought it was a 50 or 60 minutes into a Premier Grade match here. It'd be reason to cramp, but obviously he's got some issues.
Yeah, we got there as well. I believe it's Penny, maybe?
No, that's Cash.
Big Cash.
New player from Brisbane. He's only been here a couple of weeks. Opportunity for Oscar Anderson to come onto the field. Young Colt player in jersey number 21. Played UWA juniors.
21 minutes in now. To the second half of your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week down here at HBS Sporting Complex. Home side Joondalup 9, UWA 19. Sorry, home side 11. And Cash looking very sore as he goes past us now. Scrum down halfway, Joondalup ball.
Crouch. Boy. Sit.
Advantage, not pushing straight.
Yeah, great scrum from Joondalup brothers. Taps and goes, Brendan Forster.
Not
Not sure
10.
about that. Not 10. Plays on.
King lost forward. So they still get the penalty.
Yeah, geez, it's a risky play from Forster there.
When you got the wind behind you, you can get territory as much as you like.
So puts Joondalup back on the attack. As another player goes down, Rory O'Sullivan this time, cramping up. I can believe that he might cramp up because he gets through a mountain of work.
Exactly.
Yep.
So line out for Joondalup. Referee Jordan Kaminsky will blow time off. 19 points to 11 on the scoreboard. UWA up, 3 tries, 2 conversion tries to Lawrence Petrus this afternoon, and a double to Connor O'Sullivan, who's just been absolutely fantastic this afternoon, and 2 conversions for Charles Newenhouse. For Joondalup, there's been 2 penalties to Sheldon Tawera and a try for Purakapa Tataki.
So time back on. O'Sullivan's going to play on. Line out chance. Roughly 15 out. Off the top loss though. UWA with a chance to exit.
Okay. That way. Okay. Playing advantage, White. Knock on.
Lost forward White. Chance to exit here for UWA. O'Sullivan in the pocket.
Over.
This one's shaping nicely to the touchline. That's good against the wind. I'll give him that one.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Only made its way to the 22, but you can't expect much more than that on a day like today.
Just at the moment, I'm thinking, how is UWA going to be able to hold on to this lead? Joondalup brothers just getting themselves organised, looking like a little bit of a shorter line out. To Lee and King out in the centres.
Front ball. Play on Sakul. Hemi.
Okay.
Brought down by... No.
Didn't go 5.
Didn't
Not
go 5
5.
metres. Call from the assistant referee on that side. So Joondalup brothers just not be able to put it together.
Yeah.
They show so much promise all the time, this team, and they just haven't got the momentum or be able to gain the momentum. As Connor O'Sullivan, off he goes. Kurt Penny, high go.
Margot taking on Demon outside.
Running out of space though quickly.
Ball secured. O'Sullivan got options, goes through the back door. Lost behind. This is dangerous now. Cockman's got a bit of chasing to do. Regathers the ball, but he's going to get driven across to the touchline as well.
No hands there, White.
So they're deep inside their 22. Got to exit again. Joondalup, don't let off the pressure now. Kick coming. Low, piercing, and only just out.
Oh, Kurt Penny's just having an absolute shocker out there this afternoon. It was a terrible pass to Al Cockman. And then he's just kicked the ball about 2 metres further downfield. So, really, it was good lead-up play, that one. But I don't think UWA should have played out the back there. They need to play at the advantage line, use their short passing game. It's not the weather for... It's breeze with the long passing game. It's not on. As Benny Taylor.
Ben Taylor, big run.
He's done a good job this afternoon. Benny Taylor, he's been tiresome.
Ball out now.
There we go. Byron Sharwood, good play.
That's better from him.
Loses it in the contact though.
King comes up with it. Turnover ball. Joondalup, another chance after they missed their line out. Ribaro been doing a lot of work this afternoon. Left side of the field is the call. Holland, another big run. He's been quiet for a few minutes, but he'll gain his legs back in towards the end of the game. Who wants to... Straight through the middle now, brought down Oosterhuizen. Foster left, Tawira, Pierce wants to take both on, just standing up a little bit too tall, lost his momentum. So a little bit stagnant here. Ribaro strips through the tackle. That's a great work by Coleslaw. And Bromley bumping one, getting through two. UWA chance to build, nothing fancy boys, just go straight through. O'Sullivan dishing out wide, Penny. And then nicely brought to ground out wide by Zeisman. Sorry, Sharwood. Messy ruck. Decision's going to have to be made. Ball available. Oh, Penny.
What's he doing?
It's just a nothing pass there. Kurt Penny just seems lost.
Two forward players, two forward runners just set outside it, and he's just absolutely rifled it at their heads. Oh dear, he's really being an Achilles heel for his side at the moment, Kurt Penny. Don't want to be too harsh on him, but geez, he's having a stinker.
It's hard as well. They don't really have anyone else to bring off the bench. Yeah. O'Sullivan's injured, doesn't want to be at 10. Connor O'Sullivan needs to get back to the forward, so he's letting off a bit of pressure in 10.
Yeah.
And now we're left with Kurt Penny.
It was pretty good lead-up work too from UWA there. Their first 3 or 4 phases were really good.
Have to start calling him Joondalup.
But yeah, we just, again, here we go. This arm wrestle continues this afternoon.
Still anyone's ball
the
game.
only enemy for both teams this afternoon is going to be the clock. As we hit 5 to 5, there's probably getting towards that 10-minute mark.
Yeah, I got 17 on my watch. Sorry, 13.
Oh, good tackle from Mygo on Pierce. Zeitsman, Ashton's got him wrapped up.
Tackle, knees down, got a release screen. Yeah, the call was clear there by Kaminsky. The knee was on the ground, tackle made. And just not responding to the call.
Shawnee Ashton probably just didn't hear there, too focused on the player. Needed one of his teammates to maybe tap him.
Good bit of comms there by Kaminsky as well. The player said, "Sir, I couldn't hear you." And he said, "I was pretty loud."
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I was pretty loud.
We could hear him pretty clear on the mic here.
We got earphones on, Mitch.
Yeah, true. We don't have our heads taped up like Shawnee Ashton does.
No.
All right. Oh, Hemi, that's a bad throw.
King with a good bit of body work at the back to stop UWA stealing that one. Boss at Tawira, similar calls today. Pierce dishes off this time. Good chance for Zeitsman. Getting out wide, Ewan. Clay Ewan, centre field now. Bromley lying all over the top of the ball. He's got to clear out.
Taylor's got that. Oh.
No, I think the first action. Yeah,
Oh,
4
okay.
straight over. I know what you mean. It's close there. Outside
goes,
Hemi with another good chance. The big man on the outside going all the way to the corner, reaches out and he scored a try.
Try and get you a name, the big man in number 25.
But that's a good piece of play. Hemi calls for it left, then dishing out wide, and the big man gassed him all the way to the corner. They're back in the game now.
I got no idea. That says it's Matthew De Beer on the team sheet.
It's not Matthew De Beer.
Unless he's put on 40 kilos.
In a week.
But certainly, quick tap and go. UWA, that time was the a penalty against Jack Bromley for not rolling away. Benny Taylor had got the steal. I thought the penalty was going to go that way, but first infringement was Bromley, and they tapped and spread it wide. It was jersey number 25, the big fella out there, was able to just be powerful enough and then reach out to dot it down out wide for another try for Joondalup Brothers. With a kick to come, Clay Ewans stepped up to take this one.
Massive
19
kick,
points to 16.
Massive kick here. If they can get this one over, then they can look at taking the points late for the win. If he doesn't get this one, they'll have to go for another try.
Not an easy kick in these conditions.
10.5 left on my watch. He's going to take his time, this one.
Right in front of the UWA bench. You don't think they'd be niggling him from there.
Ball's wobbling on the tee. If it was Soaks, you'd hear it call a taste right before he kicks this one. Ewan starts it out to the right, needs to move, doesn't. It's across the face the entire way. Score's going to remain the same, 16-19 in your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the week. 10 minutes to go now. It's anyone's ball game. A try will do it.
So 3 tries to 2 at the moment. To UWA, they've just got their noses in front. Can they hang on in the last 10 minutes? They've tackled themselves to a standstill this afternoon. The back rows worked tirelessly. Just a couple of vital errors really kept Joondalup in the game. Joondalup not getting the momentum this afternoon. That one holds up in the breeze.
Matt Holland.
Petrus takes a low wrap tackle.
Short side, no, he says. Crash up the middle. All set.
Oh,
penalty advantage.
Bromley again giving away the penalty. He's really got to watch that discipline.
He's normally a really well-behaved player as well. I'm not sure where this is coming from today for him.
Oh, just getting over
Tawira going out wide right. Zeisman, chance for him. Beating 1, beating 2, now wrapped up. Got to roll again. Kaminsky had enough of this now. He wants a quick ball for Joondalup. Penalty advantage coming again.
Byron Shah with that time, not rolling.
Yeah, heads up play this time. Tawira. Now they got numbers left. If they can spin, Bromley's the one to beat. Just give the ball. No, takes it on himself. Gee, they had all the big men out wide here. And we're going to have a chat. This is too much of ball slowing. Time's off. We're just going to have a little chat here. Ben Taylor will move across to Kaminsky.
Yeah, rolling, yeah.
So been in chat.
I'm going to walk over here.
Yeah, there's probably just a string of penalties there. Probably has gone against UWA just to bring the referee's attention to those ones, especially those soft penalties where the guys could have rolled away or put their hands off it. Just those really basic errors that UWAs are making at the moment, and that's probably the fatigue factor starting to kick in this game.
Clear message from the referee as well there. Kaminsky goes, next not rolling, they're gone.
Yep, so...
Simple as you like, get out of the way or you're gone to the bin.
Well, certainly that's an opportunity for Joondalup Brothers to put some pressure on UWA now. 19 points to 16, and if they can get a UWA player in the bin, that's going to certainly give them the advantage.
They need to get this line out right, Joondalup. It's going to pay dividends if they can. Disturbed at the top, O'Sullivan gets it now. Chance for Sharwood to break a tackle. A little bit of space for Sharwood, but he's met by Tawira and Voster. Ball's got to spin, pick an option and go, son. Cockman. Still driving. 40 metres out now. From their own line. Now Taylor. Moving forward ever still. Is that one off feet, Joondalup? No. Petrus. Shrugging one. Getting over the advantage line as always. Still needs support there at the ruck. This one might be a turnover. King's done a really good job to get the turnover there. Now a bit of space and time. Ewan wants to inject. Zeisman wants to inject. He's got his brother on the outside. Brought down there. Penny makes a tackle. Better on defense than offense at the moment. Tawira finding his big prop runners. Getting twisted around in the tackle. Got to be careful. Bromley's got to relax. Tawira, that's forward. Oh, lucky break from Kaminsky there. Pierce down the sideline. Now we're on the 22. Lots of numbers out to the left here if they can get their hands firing. Hemi met with a big tackle by Higo. Brought to the ground now. That's a tackle. Got to get out. Quick hands. Tawira. He's got Clay Ewan outside him. Ewan tries to beat the gap. Zeitzman. Zeitzman got his brother on the wing and then King as well, but it'd be Zeitzman the whole way. Joondalup are back in this game and it's Zeitzman in the corner.
Yeah, great play from Zeitzman. He deserves that. He's a good player. He's played hard all day. Straightened up the attack. It was the number 23, Mulkeaton, just couldn't do it. Just put out an arm. Was able to step inside him. It was good play too from Tawera to keep the ball moving from side to side. And UWA finally falter. And Joondalup getting back-to-back tries, and for the first time, well, since the 5-minute mark when they got an early penalty this afternoon, they finally get their noses in front, 21 points to 19. UWA just not being able to retain possession for long enough.
That's 90.
And it's probably down on the Joondalup brothers scoreboard clock. It's got time up, but we still probably have a few minutes to go.
Yeah, 4 to go. Kaminsky's just said he's got 4 to go on his watch.
Yep. So certainly UWA not out of it yet. Their back row needs to be able to make that early tackle and milk that penalty. Joondalup, they've got out of jail this afternoon. They haven't been good. It's not been a polished performance from them by any stretch of the imagination, but they've got their noses in front, 21 points to 19. And Zeitzman, if anyone ever deserves a try, it's that man. He plays very hard and straight. And Tawera's had a good game this afternoon as well, but Clay Ewan with the kicking duties, been very good this afternoon from the back, trying to get himself involved.
Going to need a big effort from UWA after this kick. Someone's going to have to step up. Can't just be the O'Sullivans all day, especially with Hughes injured. And Penny seemingly not there. This one a better shape from Ewan, but it's not going to get there as well. He's kept it across the face again. Score remains 21 to 19 on your Fortescue Premier Grade match of the week. Down here, Joondalup versus UWA. 4 to go.
I'll tell you what, how important were those kicks from Charles Neuenhouse in the first half for UWA now coming into the play where they weren't difficult kicks and he missed a couple. So Sullivan,
yeah, he pulls out of it, that's fine. Ribeiro, safe as houses. Maul though, no, brought to ground safely. Players rolling everywhere outside the ruck.
Joondalup going to kick this all the way down
territory.
the
No one's putting pressure on Tawera at all. Almost turning Big Ben Taylor inside out. Van Diemen at the back, across to O'Sullivan. He's got a little bit of time. Does he want Sharwood? No, he comes back in. Steps back in again. Hemi's lining him up. Double cut out. Bromley, can he find the winger? A little bit of space now for the young Colt. He's flirting with the touchline. Can get the ball off on the inside. Got to get support over the top now. Joondalup are there, ready to go. They've got the turnover. No. Hands have hit the ground first, Kaminsky says. It's time to go. UWA. From the sides, the call.
Oh, jeez.
Thought the gate was good. Thought the gate was good.
Yeah, nice little run from Oscar Anderson there. Thought he might have got through the last man. It was it was thrilling stuff at the back. Rory O'Sullivan had a lot of work to do. There was a long pass from Keanu Van Diemen. There wasn't much in front of him, but he was able to create something from nothing. And Bromley with a little pop pass to Anderson.
I didn't know if he knew he was there either. He never looked to check where he was. It was a good bit of hands.
How important this line out now for Al Cockman.
Come on, Cockman, get this one right. Bromley wasn't up in time. Osterhazen knocks it backwards. Taylor at the back. O'Sullivan, can he get another one? King decides to take the duties on tackling himself. Slides off, but he's brought to ground in the end.
Oh, right in front of the sticks.
No loss now. Don't want to give away a penalty there. That would have been the ball game.
Oh,
here you go. Absolutely
Takaki.
crashed up. Takaki happy about it as well. Lets out a big chair hoo. 15 out.
What a shot in high go. He's taking his time to get out that.
Yeah,
really
he's
rattled
not happy
his bones.
about it. Getting rocked around at the back, O'Sullivan. Osterhazen's got to get over and support here. They're on the ball, releases the call.
Jeez, that's a fine line, that one. Oh,
Osterhazen juggling at the back. O'Sullivan pops over the top. Penny, can he get it right this time? The young Colt holds onto the ball again. Off feet now.
Oh, now they get it.
Oh, not sure. He's straight off his feet. Got on the ball fine, but he was really off his feet there, in my opinion.
Oh, geez, there was some 50-50s in that little gun from Jordan.
Yeah,
Jackson
that's
there.
a tough call.
I said, geez, it's a big call, that one, especially when he had to call the Joondalup players to take their hands on the ball earlier. Ruxford, thanks full time. 21 points to 19. The brothers have got out of jail. UWA players will be disappointed with that. They had opportunities, but it's just not good enough this afternoon. It was through some pretty basic errors that they were able to let themselves down. 3 tries apiece this afternoon. Tries to Zeetzman, Tukaki, and the number 25 for Joondalup brothers. Connor O'Sullivan for mine, the man of the match out there this afternoon. He got a double and a try to Lawrence Petrus and 2 conversions to Charles Newenhouse. And Joondalup brothers stay alive in this competition.
Yeah, it's good to see after 4 losses on the trot. They actually come away with a win. They had to grind it out. UWA are going to be disappointed. They're probably going to be finishing in the second half of the table now, and the chance is still alive for Joondalup to make the top 4.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for joining us this afternoon. We'll catch you all next week.
Yeah. Yeah. He learned, because he's the one that the way after that. As far as I'm concerned, that's a positive outcome. You're almost a peer team, then you won a peer team. It was just one you absolutely let go because move, and he's just coming out.